Morning, Rabbi. So let's continue. If the Olim remember, we actually left off with a shaila. We left off with an interesting shaila about ketchup bottles and the like, whether or not there is a shaila on Shabbos. Where are we coming from? Let's go back a little bit. It's been a day, we had a bit of a break. Let's understand where we're coming from. There is a Beis Yosef at the end of Siman Shin Yud Zayin that brings a Tshuvas Ashkenaz in Maram Rutenberg that says that the reason why a belt is mutter, that you're allowed to insert a belt into the loops of a pair of pants, a pair of trousers, is because of two things. We mentioned it b'shem Magen Avraham, and Be'etzem goes all the way back to Beis Yosef, b'shem B'shuvas Ashkenazis, and that is because it's made to come in and out, and also you're not mevatel it in that place. Those are the two reasons that the Beis Yosef brings. Those are the two reasons that the Magen Avraham brings. Those are the two reasons that the Heilige Mishnah Berurah brings. Which means the reason why a belt differs to, for example, shoelaces, is that number one, it's made to come in and out by a belt, but we wouldn't say that by a pair of shoelaces. And also, you're not mevatel it there by a belt, but we would not say that by shoelaces. Those are the basic differences between the two cases, which is why we said, if, for example, a parent has a brand new pair of pants for their children, and it matches that exact set, and you're not going to take it out. Often you keep it in, you even wash it with it inside. So to put it inside on Shabbos would be an Issa, according to what we're saying of Makeh BePatish. The reason being, because A, it's not made to come in and out, and number two, you are mevatel in that place. So now here's the shai. Let's go back to the shai that we started at the end of the shir last time, 2 days ago. And that was as follows. The question was, let's go to step number one. What if I take a chad pami, a disposable dessert cup? Now sometimes they're made in two parts. They have a base and then they have a cup. And you insert the cup into the base, right? And you fill it with fruit salad, chocolate mousse, ice cream, whatever it may be. Are you allowed, Moti, on Shabbos Kodesh, to take the base and to put it onto in the cup over there, to insert it over there? Now, is it made to open and close? And are you mevatel it there? Those are the two shaylas we have to ask. Let me ask the Olam another shayla before we answer this shayla. A salt shaker, a regular salt shaker. Are you allowed to unscrew the top in order to fill it with more salt and screw it back on? Is that mutter or is that also on Shabbos?
Sure.
That's awfully quiet. What? Why is it mutter? Because why not? Sounds like it's okay.
It's made to go back on.
Oh, very good. Zuk Shemen. It's made to go on, meaning, you're not going to like this. Say better. That lemaisa, if the lid would be stuck on, it would be broken. I couldn't use it anymore. I'd chuck it out. Right? That's the raya. If I wasn't able to unscrew the lid and pour more salt in it, what's going to happen? I don't need it anymore. I can't use it. The usage of the item is al yidei opening and closing. And that's really a boina shaila. I don't want to go too much into boina. It's a different malacha, different hagdora, different nafkaminas. But that just to make the point. Masha'ein came the dessert cup. When you take this piece, this cup, and you insert it into the base, when you finish the ice cream and you put it into the garbage, do you disconnect it, Chesky? No. You leave it that way. So that means when you connect it, it's always going to be that way. So that's going to be asa. Rafal Gzatzal told me that it's an issa min ha-Torah. That's what he told me. He told me it's an issa da'oraisa for a person to that you mevatel there la'olam. Now I did see that some say it's disposable, it's a one-time usage, it's got no chashivas. There's no zazach, but to be careful. To be careful, because again, we can understand the svara lefi the Magen Avraham why it's a problem, because at the end of the day you are being mevatel there. Now here Rabbi says the kasha that we ended off the shir with 2 days ago. And that was when you open up the ketchup bottle, and for the first time, you take off the lid, and you peel off the protective peel, that seal over there, the white piece. You peel it off. Now the ketchup can come out. You now put the lid back on, and then you leave it that way. Is that mutter or is it asa? And does it make enough gemina if you're American or Israeli? What's the shaykhas? So I spent a lot of time with that going to Godler Rabbi Zul Obach Shlita on this exact shayla. We bought in ketchup bottles, different makes. We had the Heinz, we had the Israeli make, all the different nafkaminas. We got it all clear. Let me see if you think about it like this. When you take off that lid, okay, you're peeling off the thing, which could be fine on Shabbos Kodesh. You're not asiyas Pesach, it's a Pesach that was made already. Fine. You put back the lid. Do you ever take off that lid when you throw out the ketchup? In other words, when you finish the ketchup, do you unscrew the lid and then throw it out? No. You leave, Akiva, you with me, right? You leave the lid on and you throw it in the garbage. So when I put the lid on, I'm being mevatel it there. It's not like a lid of a Coca-Cola bottle where it's made to open and close like a door, and which is why it's 100% mutter, no shaila whatsoever. Let's leave out the shaila whether it's machatech to open it brand new or Makeh BePatish, yes, Pesach. I have no idea. I don't know. We'll talk about it at a different time. But I'm talking simply about this sugya, that when I put on the lid of the ketchup, I'm being mevatel it there, la'olam. It's never going to come off. It's not meant to come off. It's not like the salt shaker. By the salt shaker, if it's stuck on there, it's stuck forever. It has no usage to me. And therefore, I'm going to check it out. I need it to open and close in order to refill it with salt. Masha Enge by the ketchup, nobody refills a ketchup bottle. And if that's the case, when I'm putting the lid on, that's it. It's on la'olam. So l'chayra, why isn't that osa? The answer is, it is. And Rabbi Zul Obach was maskim to me, Rafak was maskim to me. There's no reason why that should be mutter, except one thing. And this Rabbi Zul Obach was maskim to, if you're Israeli. Now, I don't want to, no, chas v'shalom, not in a bad, beautiful. It's beautiful. My kids were Baruch Hashem born in Eretz Yisrael. It's beautiful. But what's the nafkamina? The nafkamina is, I don't know, I'm not sure. The nafkamina is what? The nafkamina, yeah. The nafkamina is, Shemi, what's the nafkamina?
Why would we take it off, especially when it's a bit?
You mean always you do that? That's a normal thing for you, which nobody in the world does. Then it could be okay. But most people don't. Now, what's the nafkamina? And Mamish, you're beautiful yet. You're beautiful yet. Mati, geweldig. So that could be okay, because then when you're putting on, it's not oilam. If you know when you put on the ketchup lid, you are going to take it off, then it's not oilam. Then you're good, right? Enachanami. But over here it would be okay. Now, what would be the nafkamina Israeli not? Yitzi's dying to know. My nafkamina, I don't understand. What's the nafkamina? Which hospital you're born in? The answer is like this. And again, I'm not saying this chas v'sholem in any negative way whatsoever. Yosef, you with me? In America, because it's America, when you finish a ketchup bottle, nobody's scraping out the end of the ketchup bottle to get the last drop. In other countries, they may do that, right? And therefore, if the derech is to open up the ketchup when it's finished and start shaking it out. You have people do that with like a glass bottle of grape juice. They try to squeeze out to get the last few drops out. Doesn't work, right? See, the ketchup, you said you take it out, you bang it, you get it out of there, you take a spoon. If you do that, then for sure you're okay. But for most of us, I don't think we do that, which means, and Rabbi said we have to know this. This halacha l'maisa, I don't know how many people know this. You take a bottle of ketchup, you for the first time, you open it up, take off the protective thing, put it back on. That's it. You've got this Mogen Avon, you've got this Beis Yosef. In America, there's a lot of things, but not for right now. Not for right now. So that's a very important thing Rabbi said to remember in this sugya. Let us move on, because they've got a lot more to do. If you undo it, then you're okay. Correct, yeah. Coke bottle? No, because it's not made to stay there. But the ketchup, the whole usage is it sits there and it's meant to be on the whole time. It's not meant to be off. In other words, they put this protective seal just so that it shouldn't spill out, in shipping or in the warehouse or in the store. Now, Rabbi said, let's move on. There's a Gemara in Shabbos, Daf Mem Chesem and Aleph, where the Gemara talks about putting feathers into a pillow for the very first time. It's a problem with Makeh BePatish. Again, I have a pillowcase. I'm not talking about a pillow cover. I'm talking about the actual feathers into the pillow for the very first time on Shabbos. That's the Mefurish Gemara Shabbos Memches Omid Aleph. It's osa. Why? Tikkun Moneh, Makeh BePatish. You have finished the item. You've completed the pillowcase. So now the rabbis say, what about blowing up a balloon or a football or an inflatable in any type, whether it's a bed, whether it's a beach ball or anything like that? Are you allowed to do that on Shabbos? So the Olim are all going to say to me, 1 second, a balloon, avadenisht. Why not? Oh, says Rabbi Miller, what do you mean? Kosher. What does that mean? The blowing up of the balloon is not the kosher, right? He means the knot you're going to do afterwards, which is avada going to happen, it's going to be a shalav kosher. That the Mogen Avram brings the Shin Zayin. Al Kaponim, that's true. So leave out a balloon. Let's talk about an inflatable ball, an inflatable for the kids. Sometimes the kids are, can you blow this up for me? No problem, I want to play it on Shabbos. Mutter asa. Now 1 second, let's make a cheshbon. We have a Gemara in Shabbos Mem Chas Amud Aleph that tells us to take feathers and put it into the pillar for the first time. It's Makeh BePatish, because now I've finished it up. So the shaila is over here. What's the din? Zog Reb Shlomo Zalman. Listen to Reb Shlomo Zalman, the Das of a Godel Ador, Das Torah Reb Shlomo Zalman Orbach. So the Heilige Reb Shlomo Zalman. What's the nafkamina if the air is outside the bowl or inside the bowl? It's air. Who cares? Oh, so I've taken it from outside to inside. It's not different. It's different to pillows. By pillows, I'll tell you.
Who cares?
No, because I've made it new mitzias. I've taken the feathers outside that have no shaychas, can't do anything, and I've placed them in a pillow and made it usable. But it's air there. It's air there. I just placed it in a cage. So Shlomo Zalman, I don't know. So Shimon's be'etzem tainuing the same time as the Heilige Minchas Yitzchak, right? The Minchas Yitzchak screaming at Reb Shlomo Zalman, and the Minchas Yitzchak is saying, I don't understand. Oh, come on, it doesn't make any sense. How could Reb Shlomo Zalman say such a svara? Now, it was outside, it has no usage. You put it inside, it has a usage, right? So the Maaseh comes out, for the very first time to blow something up, according to everyone, is going to be a problem. Because the very first time, it was never used before. This beach ball was never blown up before. Everyone will hold you can't do it. Because it was never used before, it was never in its usage, you're making its first time usage, that everyone will be masking. The second time is a machlokes. Reb Shlomo Zalman and others would say it's okay. The second time round, you can be makel, especially by the way, the kids are doing it as well. This, by the way, is a sugya we have to learn, because sometimes people a little bit, they don't understand, but it comes to children, it's not the pshat, they're kids, they can do whatever they want. Chas v'shalom. Kids cannot do whatever they want. But we all know, we're all familiar with Simon Shimon Gimel, the end of Chelik Gimel, have a look over there, the second last sif. Simon, that talks about children on Shabbos. There's also a little booklet also about children on Shabbos as well. Every house should have it, avada. And Al Kaponim talks about the idea of children doing things, if they're doing it for themselves, no sphere biyadayim, that's the Gemara in Yevamah stuff Kuf base, whether or not I have to stop them or not, based on Mutsuyon or not. Al Kaponim, if children are doing something, it could be more makel. But the second time, that will be a machlokes between Shlomo Zalman and Minchas Yitzchak, where the Minchas Yitzchak would say even the second time is problematic, because the Maisa, the air was over there, had no usage, now it's inside, had a use. The Chalkas Yaakov are the same as the Minchas Yitzchak. No, that's something else. That's something else completely. Rabbi Miller already said that before. When they blow up a regular balloon, that could be a problem with Makeh BePatish, if it's the first time for sure, the second time according to Minchas Yitzchak. But even without that, meaning even those that are makel on the second time, like the Minchas Yitzchak, or like Reb Shlomo Zalman, if you're going to knot the balloon, which is going to happen, it's going to be a problem. It's a gzeira. It's a gzeira. Huh? Wait, you're going to tie the knot?
No, you're going to freaking sew it.
No, we have zips. You have zips and you have buttons nowadays, yeah. You have zips and you have buttons nowadays, so that would not be a...
Actual
If you fix something the second time, no, that's not true. It's only by inserting something into its casing, that's why. Because of the air, the svara of the air that he says. That's the only reason that he says it. Okay? And by the way, Rabbi said this, Makeh BePatish just agav applies to so many different cases. For example, just tightening the screw. I've seen people do this, let's say a stender has screws on the side, and they just, like, with their finger, they tighten it like that, that's a problem. It could be Shaila Boina also, but it for sure be Makeh BePatish, right? What's that? What about scissors? Tightening the oh, Rahman al-Itzlan.
What do you mean, that's the biggest type on Shabbos?
I saw... Somebody asked Reb Chaim Kanievsky, by the way. I felt so bad. The Yid wants to sit and learn Yom V'Layla, and they were asking a few shalas that, like, come on. So when do you have to start waiting 6 hours from eating meat? Is it from when you place the meat in your mouth? Is it from when you chew the meat? Or is it from when you swallow the meat? Oh, come on, he wants to learn. No, Mati, they're worried about the Aruch HaShulchan. That you start the 6 hours from Birchas Hamazon, which we don't pass that Aruch HaShulchan, but say that. Al Kaponim, they asked Reb Chaim Kanievsky this shaila. Should I wear tzitzis on Shabbos? Or maybe I shouldn't wear them because it's a gzeira I'm going to come to do kosher. I saw a Yid on Yom Kippur. Here we go. Toivel v'sheretz b'yodoi. He was standing on Yom Kippur at the front of the Beis Medrash, the Chassidus Beis Medrash. He was standing right at the front, and he was going through the talus, one after the other, tightening the knots. Mama, I ran over to him. I said, Toivel v'sheretz b'yodoi. Hey, Yom Kippurim, Yom Slicha Mechila, and there you are, Aveira after Aveira after Aveira. At the same time as the Al Chaitz. It was the Tarzan was going over there big time, and then they were tying all the knots. Shem Yirachim. Al Kapanim Motzi is a good kasha. None doing Makeh BePatish, but it's in a Sidaraisa of kosher, so we'll get you for that also. So don't worry about it. Whichever direction you go, we'll get you. Okay, Rabbi say we got one more sugi to do, which is going to be tomorrow. Be'ezus Hashem. We're talking about reshaping different toys. Mitzvah Hashem tomorrow. We'll get to it. Have a wonderful day.